You are listening to episode 146 of Soapbox Daily. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and thank you very much for tuning in today. How was your Valentine's Day? That was yesterday, by the way, in case some of you missed it. I know it's become more of a commercial holiday, and if you actually look into the roots and the history of it, it's interesting how it's celebrated as a day of love. But, look, check it out. I mean, if you're curious, just check it out, Google it. It's interesting. But anyways, we're beyond that. We're at February 15th today, which is great. Happy hump day to you. And how is everybody doing today? How has your integrity been this week? Yeah, as I always ask, how's your integrity been? You being the positive change, are you setting the positive example? Are you being the positive change the world needs? Only you will know. And if you failed or slipped or slided, tomorrow's a better day. Tomorrow's another day. Today's another day too. You can start right now. Yeah, start right now. So we're going to get into today's topic. Today's topic is be the master of your own destiny. Yep, that is today's topic, folks. Be the master of your own destiny. And I figured this was something that was important to bring up, and I'll tell you why. Everybody thinks that they're conditioned to just, accept the way things come. Oh, there's this excuse, there's that excuse. There's all these excuses. There's all these, oh, well, there's this, and oh, well, there's that. No, I'm sorry. No. As some of you might know, not all of you might know, but some of you might know, building something great takes imagination and even insanity at times. I mean, creative entrepreneurs, for example, who dare to dream, dig out their visions, and turn dreams into reality. In other words, they make things happen. They are the ones who change what challenges are in front of them, what walls are in front of them. They change that. They overcome them. I mean, using their intuition and imaginations. I mean, Wright brothers, for instance, didn't create a flying machine because they saw one, but because they imagined it. That was it. As our dear Albert Einstein told us, logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. But taking off from the safe harbor, catching the wind for your sails are really just a start. I mean, to master the wind that changes in all directions and to sail with ease takes years and years of practice. And not to mention that you'd get seasick in between and there's no turning back. Trying to go home in the middle of the night won't save lives. It is a full-on journey. So look at some of the big names that actually succeeded, and you'd be surprised how much strife and long hours and everything else. I mean, yes, we mock them now and we look at them and go, oh, you're just a greedy SOB or this or what or that, but you don't know the extra hours and time that they put in behind the scenes. You only see them as a success now. I mean, look at some of the big names that have been successful over the last few decades. I mean, look at Amazon. Yeah, he put in a lot of hours. I ain't gonna lie. And if you don't know who that person is, maybe you should look into who actually created Amazon, and then try and look at some backstory as to the time and everything else he put in before you start picking at him. I'm gonna leave you guessing as to who that is. But look at other names that you definitely will know. Bill Gates, for instance. Steve Jobs, unfortunately, is no longer with us. But these are people that had a vision and they went for it, and they didn't have excuses come into effect. They didn't look at it and go, well, there's this obstacle and that obstacle. No, they put in the long hours, they put in a long time, and it paid off. And here's the interesting thing when it comes to success is that you can't just let a failure set you back. You just have to keep moving forward. You have to keep moving forward. So I'm going to give you some points. I'm going to give you some pointers of what you can use to master your own destiny. Now, I'm not going to sell you some get rich quick scheme or course or anything BS like that. I'm not going to ask for your email addresses or anything like that. No. This is free just to help you out, okay? Because there's a lot of people that will sell you a magic pill or a magic package or magic process, and there's nothing. It's just hard work and determination and not accepting failure as I'm done. You just keep moving forward. So let's get into some points here that'll help you out. There are many things that could be mastered at. You can play golf better than anyone you know. You may, be able to balance your books in your business app like a pro. In the kitchen, no one makes better chocolate cake than you. Whatever the case may be, you've got options on what you give your time and energy to. If you want to be masterful at anything, you've got to be dedicated to practicing. So here are our points. Number 1, take full responsibility for your actions and reactions. Life may be unpredictable at times, but you have a choice when it comes to acting and reacting to a situation. If you learn to see the lesson in every challenge, you'll walk away from experiences feeling wiser and empowered. All right. Number 2, guard your physical and mental health and well-being. Among the greatest assets you have is your health. It's so important not to neglect it, particularly during times of high stress. Make it a point to take care of your body and mind. And I've always said, if you have your health, you have everything everything, because with that, you can do anything. Number 3, set goals for yourself and offer incentives for completing them. It feels great to do all the things that you set out to do for yourself. It can, however, be overwhelming at times to think of all the changes that you need to make. If you plan on working on more than one area of your life at one time, you need to set goals for yourself. Breaking them down into micro tasks makes a world of difference, as it allows you to see progress with each item you cross off your to-do list, and then reward yourself with something. Simple as that. Number 4, continue to learn even after you finished with school. Don't give up on learning. Keep learning. Keep learning. Being a lifetime learner has its advantages. It provides you with additional opportunities that you may not even know existed before today. Forget about what you learned in school. Keep learning moving forward. You don't know about something? Crack down, sit down, learn about it, pull resources, because those become additional tools that you can use for other areas that you might not even realize. It's just equipping your life with more skills. Point 5, before I get into the closing on this one, seek advice whenever you feel it's helpful. Other people possess a lot of knowledge. Okay, reaching out to them whenever you feel like you're unsure of something and need guidance is key. It allows you to make the most of someone else's experience and to avoid many of the pitfalls they come across on the road to success. Listen, if you can learn and fast track from somebody else that's already been there, why wouldn't you? Why do you have to make the same mistakes when you can learn from somebody else to know what the outcome is? Seriously, fast track, learn from somebody else's experiences. Key thing when it comes to being successful is your attitude. Your attitude and your approach and your dedication. The right attitude, you can succeed at anything. That is the key element here. The right attitude, you can succeed at anything, but you gotta change your attitude. You have to self-sacrifice and make compromises in order to get what you want. There's no magic solution. There's no shortcuts because shortcuts are only going to lead to coming back on you. You have to put in the time. And once you put in the time and actually get the flow, you're good to go. But do it on merit, have integrity, and do it the right way. But what you got to do is you got to start with the changes in yourself, and then you got to hunker down and be dedicated to meet those goals. All right, so that's about it. I'm going to wrap this up for today, but that's just my advice on that. Be the master of your own destiny. Don't take no as an answer. Keep moving forward. But by all means, use your integrity, make the right choices, and do it right. Put in the hard work. There's a lot of people that got easy rides in this life, unfortunately, because right time, right place. Oh, look at that. They own the right piece of desert, and they end up having oil underneath it. So they never had to work a day in their lives. Those are the people that frankly don't know what hard work is all about. But you do, because you've worked the 9 to 5 and the long hours and the 12, 16-hour days or whatever the case may be. You know it, but you can refocus those energies into something else and go for it. All right, before I go babbling on a rant and everything else, please check out themadmorgan.com for more information on all our projects and shows and everything else now and coming down the road. Other than that, over on Twitter at Mad Soapbox, check us out there as well. Hey, I'm your host, Mad Morgan. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday moving forward, and I will see you next episode.